Good morning. So yesterday, the title of my video was successful breakout, and then I asked a question during the video: will it hold? Right? And I mentioned that there was low volume, and it was a trending day, and we were looking for a pullback, and the pullback ended up being pretty large. We filled the gap. And we got to the 68.80, we looked below, and then we bounced a little bit, but we ended up closing in the range, right? So when you have, I feel like I always say the same thing, but it's important to remember that when you look above a range, what should happen is that we should go to the other side of the range. And yesterday we got to the middle, and I think we still need to complete this sweeping through this previous range, which just now, before the market opened, we got to the 68.50. We still have these two lows here. I mean, if you're watching, there's a trend line here, so it makes sense that we just pause here. I mean, I don't have to draw it, but you can see it, right? Connect these two lows, and then you see that that's a trend line, right? Probably if I draw it, it matches almost perfectly, right? Look at that, see? So if we break this, I'm gonna be looking for these two lows, right? 68.30, this is a low volume area. If we are able to hold below these two lows, then I'm looking for this quarterly pivot to be tested again, and then there's two lows here too, this weekly low, this weekly low, and then there's the December low here. So all this area, there's a lot of liquidity likely here. So this would be my guess as to where we're going if we break below this area. But it's Friday. I'm looking to see if we defend this area, right? So 68.30, if we get below here, I'm looking to see if the look below and failed trade sets up, meaning that if we fail to hold below these lows and then we start seeing some bullish order flow, I'm looking for a long into this 68.50 first, or whatever developing point of control we have at that moment, or towards the VWAP, to take profit at that area. Also, I'll keep this trend line in mind, because usually when you break a trend line, the market likes to retest the same trend line from the downside to find sellers. So watching for that. And but the first thing that I'm going to be looking for is the fact that the settlement for yesterday is at 69.20, so inventory is 100% short, even though the close for 5 p.m. close was here, because after the bell there was a lot of movement. So the first thing is, do we fill the gap, right? Do we fill the gap to yesterday's low, and at that point do we come back inside yesterday's range, or do we see sellers and then continue this move? And then if we trade inside value area, looking for that value area sweep first into this 69.05 area, where we have the monthly VWAP, the weekly VWAP, the 5 p.m. close and all that. And then if we get above it, then the settlement and value area high are the last targets for today. But if I had to guess what's gonna happen today, I couldn't guess, because there's also some tension with the whole Iran thing. So we could see some headlines and we could see some pretty big moves today. We also have, they changed the schedule, and we have now PMI at 9:45. So watching for that. And And that's about it. We could have a normal distribution trade and balance around here. Normal distribution day and balance in this area. Break the lows and balance between 68.80 and this area. So I'm looking at all of that and just watching the order flow and see what happens. And Q is pretty much the same structure. I'm not gonna go over it. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that metals, gold, silver, everything is moving higher. Crude oil too. It came back with a lot of strength. I think it's heading to the 69 area. If it doesn't continue this move higher, 66.40 is the magnet to the downside. For gold, 5,200, and for silver, 87. Those are the magnets. Okay, right now we are 20 minutes from the open, so I'm gonna let you go, and it's Friday. Have a good weekend, and if you had a good week, protect your profit, because Fridays are usually weird. All right, good luck.